Hi guys, it's Gaon here. Welcome to our Off the Syllabus pocket.
And it's Shun here. Nice to meet you all again. So today we also have another special guest here. So could you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. I'm Wemo. I'm from class of 2026, and I'm majoring SDS. And yes, right now I'm here representing Media Club, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're very happy to have Media Club today. I think with our with the lab latest issues that Media Club has been producing, our interest has been very much high with the issues and how the clubs have formed. So I'm sure there are also students who are as curious as us.
Yes, I'm very happy that more and more people are getting interested in our issue, and as we get more and more readership and engagement, it gives me more like motivation to keep doing and to focus on the quality of the issues. So yeah, thank you so much for like acknowledging our efforts. Yeah.
Okay, so like said, right, Media Club has been producing a magazine which is really interesting. So okay, so let me ask the question first. Okay, so shall we let's go back to the beginning of this all things. So we want to know what actually gives you the idea of this kicking off the Media Club. And I mean, what was the light bulb moment for you to start this media club?
Yes, I'm very happy to talk about it because it has been really like very like thought provoking, lessons that I've learned, since I started Media Club, because as it was our first year, and our batch was the inaugural batch, so we're the first, and part of me needed extracurricular activities and extracurricular organizations, I feel, the need to, I feel like the responsibility to start something, like establish something, not only for us, but for, the upcoming batches. And I was really, I saw like so much potential in these extracurricular environment, and that gives me lots of motivation to do so. So with these, very small, like so many uh, um, like reasons and motivations. I got the idea to to start a club. But about the what kind of club that I should start, about that, I had this media related background. Like before joining Parmi, I was working for a protection, a small protection, like company, and I had this real interest in the power of media, and then the communication channels, and like stuff like that. So that's why. And then I always has this kind of like a free spirit, because I don't like bounding myself in very like limited options, like for example, like the most common clubs that you can heard, like these clubs, they have very specific and very narrow content, and like goals and procedures, but I don't like myself like being limited by these options. So I want my club to be like as broad and as open as possible. So, this word, the media, came to my mind, because, like I always said, media is like any type of content that a creator can use to communicate with the audience. It's a medium between the creator and the audience. So it could be anything. It could be art, it could be photography, it could be videography, or it could be like really formal, like news writing. So anything can be media. So with that, I started a media club. And the main reason is, like I wanted to experiment something, that has never been before in this community, and then maybe something that not a lot of people have already tried. So yes, the main reason was I just wanted to experiment how it would be like to start off something like this, and then yeah, I was just quite curious. So it was such an experiment for me.
It is like very interesting when you talk about your, like inspirations and how you follow those, inspiration and steps to actually establish something like this. And when you talk about like having specific clubs and having like narrow like interest towards that clubs, I agree that it's like for some of the like club like it is a good thing that they specifically focus on one area, but then like media club, the word media is very broad, very different. Like you have mentioned before, even words can be used as a medium to communicate what we really want to say. So I think like having this media club like will give you the like opportunities to work with different students as well. I saw like a few of the publication already, and I think like you have already published three publications. Is that correct? Is it right?
Yes, we have three issues already. Yeah.
Yeah, how did it feel to finally get them out there? Like what was the like how's the process like? We would like to know more. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very happy to talk about our series, our short magazine series. We call it like zine because it's a short form of a magazine. It's not as long as a magazine, so it's zine. And then we named it like Bareface. It is a continuation of the photography project that we did in 2023, which was a part of the Open Society University Network like grant projects. As Media Club, we received I think $1,000 in Olson grant, and then we got to do anything that we wanted. So I we organized this geometric echoes photo shoot, and it was like probably like the most proudful project that I've ever done because it was so much fun and and then like all the participants like they were all amazing and we get to like get to know each other quite well during the duration of the project and it was very fun and then the goal is the purpose of the project is it's an art project where it's like uh it's like where we take photographs, and then they'll be wearing masks. And the idea is it's like how can I say it? It's like the abstract like expressionism kind of display of art. So participant like we take photographs outdoors and indoors, and the result was I'm left with so many like amazing pictures that we took, and then I wanted to do something with it. And actually, the project's like is already enough, more than enough with Geometric Echoes photography project, but we know that we can do something with this photograph, so that's why we thought about publishing them. At first, we were going to publish like a photo album with all of the photographs, but I see potential in it. Like it could be more than that. Maybe we can make it more interesting, by turning it into a magazine and then incorporating them with like other like written pieces and other types of art forms. So yeah, I think it could be a series on its own. So we named it Bareface, meaning it's kind of ironic, because all of the participants like they're like wearing a mask, like they're basically like covering and hiding their identity. But the name is Bareface. Bareface meaning you're not covering anything, it's kind of like the juxtaposition. It's quite the opposite of what you're seeing, but the meaning is basically the same. Even though like the participant like they'll be covering their faces, but you know them through the shapes and the colors of their mask. You know what the person is like. You can feel and you can resonate with them as if they're like barefaced, like they're not covering their deeper self. So yeah, we gave the name Bareface, and it's published monthly. And then about how many issues will there be? It depends on the number of participants that we had. I believe we can aim up to like 12 issues. So yeah, this is the Bareface monthly scene.
Zine, it's a very Gen Z takes on magazine. Don't you think so, Asha? Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought so because I was always wondering like why is Sin not like a magazine, right? So like now I know like because it's not really a like huge one, but like really, how can I say, like although it might be small or short, like it's kind of like impactful like how Waymo explained, right? Like although they are covering faces, like it's about getting to know them, not their like outer appearance or outer stuff, kind of like that. So yeah, that's really Gen Z, yeah, I would say. And for me, like a person who is bad at giving names, I think this is really, really a good name, like both the sin and the bad face. Yeah. So like we were just like wondering, right, when you got the grant and you were thinking about like doing the photo album, but you think it could be like more than that, but go back to the beginning again, right? So it's kind of like a totally new project, especially for the university students, right? Like because most of the university students, like even media could be like, although they are like, how can I say, they are interacting with it every day, like still it might be new to them. So like, how could you like, how can you like reaching out to like, well, how was it like reaching out to like people or like how to the participants about like convincing them to participate in this project? Like was it tricky or how was it with you, like because like you might have your vision, right, and they might have different vision, so how did you persuade them or how did you uh how can I say recruit them? Yeah.
Yes, actually, there are like two parts. One is, how did I recruit the participants for the Geometric Echoes project, the photography project. And then there's another side, for the recruitment of the writers, the written pieces that we feature in the magazine. So there are two parts. But I'd like to share something about the first one, about how we got the participants. In Geometric Echoes project in 2023, I think we had 12, but I think 10 of them like they joined the full program, the full project, but a few like they only joined partially because they're like quite I think that was the time when some of the class of 2026 like they were started leaving to Chiang Mai, from Yangon. So like I think their flight is on the second day of our project. So some only could join the first day. So it was quite sad, but yeah, about how did I recruit those participants? Actually, I didn't. It's not like like recruiting. It's like an open call. And it's like the goal is at Media Club. I don't want it to be like not feel like a work or like I don't want to make people like getting tired or feel like they're pressured or like they're doing a job. I don't want to make it feel like a job or a work. It's basically like having fun. Like and it's 100% a positive gain for them, all the participants like they're just coming to have fun and to explore something new, maybe to learn something, and then it's like a vacation for them. So that's why we even labeled that project like like retreat. It's a retreat in Yangon, and then with the budget like we were able to arrange like 2 nights at the hotels, and the participants they don't get to go home, but they can just stay at night, for 2 days, and then and these are really precious times, right? We can use it to connect with other participants, and in that way we get to know each other like really well, really fast, and yeah, basically, it was a retreat. It was quite like a vacation. It was 100% all for fun, and only with fun and only with really relaxed state of mind, I think people can commit like 100% and be themselves. And because because being themselves is quite important because we're doing this expressionist art project, so they need to express themselves like 100%. So by having them, quite relaxed and quite fun, I think yeah, they become really good participants, and we did it. So yeah, it wasn't like a recruitment, but it was just an open call. But people those who are really passionate about taking photos and like who are quite comfortable of photos being taken. As you know, not a lot of people are like comfortable with like being in front of a camera. So it's just an open call, and then they reach out to me, and then it just happened, it's not like a really intensive, like selective recruitment process. It was quite relaxed and chilled. that was one part. Um, yeah.
And like you mentioned about having, like knowing the person, even though they're covering the marks, right? So how was the process of creating the marks? Do they have to create them like before they got to the like shooting spot, or like did you guys create it together in the hotel? How was it like it?
Yes, actually, it was a really like hideous process because all of the participants they only have to submit like three things. One is like the shape of the choice, and then the color, and then a little bit of like one paragraph explanations of why. And then, I basically accepted all of them. And then what I did is, like I turned them into like I used the shape and then gave it the color. And then the problem is we couldn't get to do it like in person because these are really precise shapes, and we couldn't use any like how can I say, really fragile things like at first, we thought of like, maybe using some like cardboards or papers, and we can just use scissors and, and glues and create the mask ourselves. But I think it looks a little bit cheeky and a little bit cheap, so it wouldn't work well with the photography. So what we did is, like I took all the pictures, all the like shapes and the colors, and then I just looked for like the cyborg makers, like cyborg making businesses. I think there are lots of them in Lindaya, and then basically they laser cut the acrylic sheets, and then they give it this really strong and steady shapes and colors, and then basically, and then I just use a rubber band, and then I glued a hook, and then I just hooked the rubber band on it, and so that you can wear it. So it was not a really difficult to make it turn it into a mask. But yeah, because they were like custom made in these laser engraving machines, so we couldn't get to do it with the participants. But yeah, the only thing that they had to that we did together is like taking photographs and then and talking about their mask. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like talking about the photograph, I'm curious, like it's the photographer also one of our students, or like does the photographer join through the open call? How's it?
No, actually, I really wanted a real like professional photographer, I think like we also had the budget, so we hired the real professional photographer, and then one day of like a photo studio, and then we did it. Actually, the photographer is really amazing. Like he is like a rising professional. He hasn't got that much recognition in the industry just yet. And then he also, we were also in the previous job together, so I know like how good he is, and then how artistic he is, and how open he is to our like really bizarre ideas with this project. So I know that not all photographers will be able to do this one because these are like like quite unique, and like it takes like 2 days. I think not all photographers can give you that much time, and then they're like so expensive. But he gave us with a really discounted price, and then yeah, he was quite flexible and also a professional at the same time. So yeah, that was the photographer. His name is Binya, and I think right now he is much more like successful than he was in 2023. And then I'm really happy to see him thriving in the industry. I think he's currently doing like these concert photography, taking photos at concerts. Yeah.
Sounds like he also had a great time joining the photography session. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he did, But like he was there for like both 2 days, both the outdoors and indoors. He was the main photographer, and yeah, he gave us, from from the morning, like from 8 to the evening, like he gave us all day, and he was quite patient, and even though like as we approached the last hours of the day, like we were all tired, but then he still gave us 100% of his effort, and yeah, it was a really nice professional. Yeah.
So like I think like if it was like when Gao ended, I'm sure that he would definitely join. I think like he is now
Yes,
regretting
I
that
will. I
he
will.
he couldn't
I
join
missed it.
it.
I missed it. I missed it.
Yeah, I know that it's like 100% that he would join, like if he knew it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
sounds like a really good, solid project.
yeah, that's why like if I were in Yangon too, I would have joined too. I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so Gang, do you want to ask the another questions?
Oh yeah, I also have like another question like on like working with people as well. You were mainly talking about the photo shoot sections, but what about the like magazines for the zines? I mean, like what about for the zines? Like, do you like how do you reach out to the writers? How do you like do you just reach out like through their personal chat box, or is there like like a group student that you work together with to scout the writers? How is the process like?
Yes, actually, the process is, we were only starting to recruit writers ourselves, starting from this, this issue for this month. For the past 3 months, we collaborated with Literary Wonders Club, Lit One Club, and then actually, the magazine, the zine, like we were planning for over almost a year, like since 2025, January, and then we were about to publish it in like March, and then as you know, like the earthquake happened and everything started to delay, and then since then, Lit One Club, in leadership of Tawinya and Go Mozart Brang, they give us these 12, like 13, like amazing pieces that they recruited themselves. I think all of the writers are from their club, from their Lit One Club, and then they went through this extra process of having the LLC, the language center review and curate all of the pieces, and then they give us this really high quality written pieces. And then yeah, we used them for the first three issues, and then I think for this month, I think we ran out, most of the pieces. We still have a few left. But so yeah, starting from this month, we had to start recruiting more. And I think, Lit One Club, I think since, as you know, like Tawian has left to since the
Finally,
since this semester, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I think there are some changes in leadership in Lit One, and then I don't think they're like, not quite active in producing, content, but I think they're still doing these, reading sessions and other chilled stuff. So yeah,
that's there.
basically, with these changes, uh, uh, the writing pieces are quite slow, so we had to start recruiting. And then, yeah, actually, it's stuff that we still have to figure out. We don't know how we can do it properly yet. But as you know, we only have to publish feature like three pieces per month, so it's still in a really manageable amount. So I think we can handle it. And then, but even for this month, we've already got two pieces ready, and then one is in editing stage. So. Yeah, I think we'll just figure it out on the own. But one thing is, like in our in this short Bareface team, we only have like five members, including me, and then like two of them are from class of 2029, and then one from 27, and then one from I think 28. I think I don't want them to like feel really pressured to get the written pieces on time, or something like that. I don't want them to feel like, this is a job and this is you know, this could be, as stressful as it can be if we focus, too much on the quality and the quantity
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
the written pieces. But I don't want them to, feel pressured by that. So we're just going, the most relaxed and chilled way as possible. And then even if we can't recruit like three new writers per month, it's okay. Like we can just write something on our own, or we can just go to other types of content, like maybe paintings, or maybe like featuring some like videos that so we're exploring more ways to feature not only the written pieces but also other visual medias as well. So these are the changes that are going to come, after issue 4 or 5. So yeah, these are the changes that we're doing as we're adapting to these changes. Yeah.
maybe the students, that are listening to our podcast can send you guys the pieces if they have it. Is it possible?
Yes, sure. Actually, two of the members, like they are like personally like recruiting or like reaching out to other writers, and then have them write submit their pieces. So yeah, we will also open like open to for everyone to submit anything that you want. But yeah, I think we still need to open a platform that for everyone to so do that. So basically, what we did is, we just send a text in the group chat, and then people can reach out to my email or something like that. So we don't have that really like a structured platform for everyone to submit it just yet. So yeah, that's something that we have to work on because before that all of those was handled by Lit One Club, not us. So we were quite okay, but right now we have to focus on these new changes. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think like cancer, right? If you like go, if you do the open call again, I'm sure pretty much sure that like there are more students who is willing to join you guys because like now we have how many batch? Three batch, right? So I think like
yeah.
that's a lot more than you could recreate. So yeah, to just tell them like they will come in if like really fast. Like oh, we have how many class? One, two, three, four class, right? So yeah,
Or already, yeah.
pretty sure. Till 29, right? Okay, till 10/29. So which mean like oh my god, like around like 200 students, no, around 300. So
I
yeah,
think
pretty
more
sure
than
like
300.
More than
more
300,
than
more than
Yeah.
300, right? More
300.
than
Yeah.
300. So
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure like many will come, like pretty sure. So yeah, you should do the open call again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was in Literary Wanderer. I'm also I am now no what I am also the member as well. So I heard that there is the magazine coming out in the university. So I think like I heard
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
in like early 2025, and then I was waiting for it. And when I first saw the like Bareface first issue, I was like, oh, it's quite like worth to wait for a while. And then I think like you guys actually I love the visual there as well. And then I also like explore some of the writing pieces. I think that the students can actually, it's a platform for students to actually, involved in like these kind of like magazine projects. And you talk about having like 12 issues like in the future. It's like total in a package of 12. So like is there like a theme for like each issues, or are you separating it, or what will be the your future plans like for the past three issues, did you have like a theme for it, or how are you planning to move forward for the further issues?
Yes, as we have all the photographs and all the photos of the 12 participants, like they're all ready. And the only thing that we need is, to edit them into this magazine form. So the only thing that we have planned so far is, like who comes next, right? Because, there are shapes, all of the shapes are unique, but there are colors that are similar. And we don't want like maybe like two consecutive months to have very similar colors. So for example, like our first issue it was yellow, and then our second issue we have green, and then the third it was black. I think we have a quite a repeated like black and gray colors, like three participants, and then we have like four participants who have yellow, or like in the shades of yellow. So yeah, the only thing that we have planned so far is like we want to like spread them out as far as possible so that the issues don't feel like repetitive after each month. So yeah, but yeah, for this month we have black, and it has been I think as for me it is the coolest one so far because I really like the intense metaphors and visual meanings of it. I can definitely share the issue here with us, and we can look at it together.
Yeah, I think like it is a
Yes.
really nice choice that you guys had the first issue in yellow. I look at it and it's very eye-catching, and it's very bold, like the first issue is in yellow.
Yes, that's something that we did, we did thought of like desperately that yeah, it should be something like like striking, and then like eye-catching, and then at the same
Exactly.
time
Yeah.
like not boring. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, this issue, it was Gobonka. I think it's safe to say that Gobonka. I think we don't need to like like conceal his identity because everyone knows him. He's quite popular. So yeah, basically his shape is quite abstract. It's like a spiral, but not a spiral. It's like a leaf or a boat, or it's something. And then it's in the shades of yellow. But one story behind it, like it's supposed to be a gray, but there's no like gray acrylic available in the sideboard workshop. So it was this really clear type of like black, and then we had it, and then as you can see, like he is looking away, a little bit like to the right. To the right, because if we look straight to the camera, there was this reflection from the softbox, and then it just kills the shape. So it's a little bit like tilted to the right. That was something that happened. And then, one thing that I really like about this is these shadows, like his shadows.
Wow.
Then we can
Very
look it
cool.
together. Yeah, these one, yeah. I think that they're really cool. It holds like, lots of, like it could be up to like, your interpretation like about what it means, and as you know, like for some people they see a goat, for some they see like a devil and a little child, a baby, and then it's just like so it happened like so unexpectedly. And again, it is the work of Vignette, the photographer. Like he's so artistic, even though he is a newcomer in the industry. And then yeah, he has really cool artistic vision, and then he got this amazing photo. And yeah, this is the coolest one so far that I've enjoyed, that I really like about our issue.
I love how you guys play with shape. Even though it's just one person
Yeah,
sitting, the shape seems like it's two-person in the shadow. Yeah, very cool.
yeah, yeah. And then
And
you actually, if
honestly,
you
to
zoom it
like,
out, yeah.
no, no, nothing
Yes,
like
Sean.
I was going to say like honestly, if you didn't say who it was, I wouldn't know like who was
I
behind the
wouldn't
model,
Oh,
either. I
yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
right?
Yes.
I wouldn't know too, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, in this, the full picture of this photo, like there was supposed to be like three-person here, but
Oh,
due to because these two people are not, participants, so we couldn't use their faces, so I just cropped it out.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, like I think I shared this photo in the group chat, once when we try to promote this issue. Like I even named it, like me, my ego, and my significant others. It's like, like imagine that, like you are this person, and then you have your ego, which is, like he is acting like so cool, like a devil, or something like that. And then, but deep down, he's just a normal person. And then,
Mhm.
because he's like looking towards his ego, like focusing too much on his ego, his significant other, like she's leaving him because he's only about himself, like being narcissistic. I feel that
Mhm.
way, so I find this picture really like meaningful and
Yeah,
thought-provoking. So
it
yeah,
is.
that was my favorite picture so far. Yeah. Yes, yeah, like I said, this issue was my favorite so far because of this, really cool like shadow photography, and like it holds lots of like subjective meanings to me. So yeah, this is quite thought-provoking. And then as you can see, even with colors, like Gobok, like he's such a poser, and all of his poses are are like nonchalant, and yeah. This is this is also quite satisfied to to edit. As you see, not only please don't look at just the photos, but also please also look at the visuals, with these written pieces and something, because it's like a little bit, it's like quite difficult, most of the time editing this magazine, it was used to think of like the correct color and the correct themes, like to use, in these other places so that they work well with these main photographs. So yeah, one thing is, this actually, in this issue, like it's just like black and white, mostly white. White is the primary color, and then black is the secondary color. But basically, what we did was, for example, in our issue one, the primary color is orange, and then the secondary is white. So it was quite easy. But this one, it took me like, maybe like 2 to 3 draft to settle down in this, really simple like black and white issue because I tried with other color palettes, and then it just doesn't feel right, It is like, the hidden part, the hidden like, pressure, and then the hidden pain, that we had to go through, to find this a sweet spot of having a really consistent color scheme that works well across all of the magazine. Yeah, that's something that I like to highlight. Yeah.
Yeah. I think and the article here it's like written by JJ, right? I think like today it's also
Yeah.
like one
Yeah.
of the I think like one of the like unique and like artistic like students in Parmy. I think she was in Parmy, and then I think like she's having a like an exhibition like this
Hmm.
weekend. I was talking to
Hmm.
my friend earlier that like we should go to the exhibition as well. And like here looking at the the I think like in I don't know how to say it in English, but I think we call it Jeezy in Myanmar, right? And
Yeah.
Jeezy and having the pictures together with the with the very short and catchy. I think like the phrase here, like
Yeah.
what the what the articles wanna deliver. I think it actually makes me like see and hear that somebody actually playing Jeezy and like and saying those words here. I can't even pictures that and the word like a sound of question, a sound of answers. Like the words having sound here makes me more get into hearing those voices. And even though I was just sitting and reading the sentences. Yeah,
Yes, I'm really glad you noticed that, like I said, it's basically the choices that we had to make, like the visual, like the graphic design choices that as we incorporate, these three elements, this written pieces and then the photographs, and then, we have to incorporate, like glue them together with this, overall like visual theme, and that include this these pictures like this, it has to resonate and be relevant to the written pieces. As you know, like I said, JJ, like she's a very she's quite creative, very creative.
very
I
creative.
never thought of, she'll be able to come up with this kind of like crossword. And then, these are quite original to her. She used these Pali words, and then we have to guess its a meaning in English, and then we have to solve this crosswords, and it's quite creative, and I really admire as a person. And then she's only not only very creative, she's also like, very kind-hearted. And
Exactly.
as I got to know her more and more, I got to see how kind-hearted she is, and how, a great human being that she is. And yeah, shout out to JJ.
Yeah, I met her like I think like 2 weeks ago, one of the weekends, and then she was talking to me about this specific article. Like like she included an article in Bareface, and she was talking like she didn't have much time to actually create this writing piece. She just did it like well like within like one day or like a few days, and then like seeing this content actually feels like it's gonna take lots of time to actually come up with the ideas, and the ideas are very great. You can learn
Yeah.
Pali and you can also learn English at the same times, and it's a very smart way to get to people learn more about the languages we use in Myanmar. I think it's very cool.
Yes, yes. These are quite relevant to our experiences. We all grew up with these, with these, prayers, and with these sounds, and with these words in Pali, but we never got to see them in this kind of art form. So, yeah, it's very creative and unique. Yeah. Yes, actually, these are everything that I like to highlight. There are more like amazing pieces. At this poem by Supio, and then other like like so many more photographs. So yeah, there'll be quite more. Actually, I'm saving, like there are like two more issues that I find really how can I say, like, really unique. Even, compared to this issue, this is my favorite so far, but these two could be my new favorite. I'm still saving for them. Maybe for next, not for next issues, but I don't want them like have going like consecutively. But maybe in issue 9 and issue 12, I think they will have a really cool design. But one thing, that I can show you for now is, for issue 12, I'm thinking a license one, like a crescent moon, and then
Uh-huh.
the color is a mirror. It's basically a mirror, and we did really bizarre outdoor photo shoots with him. Like at nighttime, and then I think once you guys see it, you'll be quite, like it's like mind blowing, and I can't wait to share it. So that's why because he's the coolest. His photos are the coolest. I'm saving for the last issue.
I think the
That's something that
second
I like.
issue it's about the trees, right? The
Yeah,
second
it's
issue,
it's
green one.
yes, it's car. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I also like go through the issue as well. I think like
Yeah.
one of the article was about like having
Hmm.
a treat, or is it about like having a like moving into a like new apartment
New
or
houses. Yeah,
new houses.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
that's I think I share a name. That's Tawiya. And
Oh, I
then
see.
yeah. Yeah, during our like launch party in 2 weeks ago, she shared about, why she wrote that piece, and then
Mhm.
it was quite interesting that she shared, yeah, she's also quite a really amazing writer, and I'm really glad
Yes,
that, she
yes.
has transferred to Bard Burling, and I think I heard that she is also majoring in like literature or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
I
that.
heard that as well. What she
Yeah,
want to pursue, yeah,
yeah, I'm sure that she will thrive, and she will pursue lots of great things there. Yeah, I'm really happy for her.
exactly.
Yes, these are all that I want to highlight in this issue. So please look forward to the issue 4 again. I can wait to provide you guys with amazing content. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
as you can see, yeah, we are truly looking forward to like upcoming issues, like till the issue 12, which you said it might be really surprising and like coolest one out of all to like for you to save it for the last. So we are really, really like looking forward to it. But how many months do we need to wait for it? Oh my God. Why we
Yeah.
need to
Yeah,
wait for 8 months?
maybe, we'll publish like 2 issues per month, because,
Ah,
I want to get them out like quite quickly, because I want to publish as many issues as possible before I leave, As the semester is ending in like 3 months. And if I can only publish 3 more issues, it wouldn't be even like halfway through. And then I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing it after graduation. So maybe I'll try to push, you know, like walk fast and push more issues. Really, maybe like 2 issues per month. I'll
Yeah,
try to
please,
push it.
please. We really want to see like more of it
Yeah.
soon. So yeah,
yeah,
please.
it is. You're good.
So
Yes.
that was also like something that really amazed me too. Like because like many people might think right, our majors are not really related to like those kind of creative or arts related stuff, but we can also be. So like if you are like a prospective student, just an advertisement, short for advertisement here, okay? So
For the
if you are just
university.
like for the university, so like just a short advertisement. So if you are thinking that you can be creative in our university, no, you are totally wrong. So yeah, just be make sure to apply before the deadline so that you can be also maybe like who's know, right? You can be also part of the magazine in the future because I'm sure this project will like continue for so long. Like even if like we move leave, the other will still continue to do it, right? So yeah, make sure to apply to us. So
Mushroom is supporting the university during admission period. Supporting hard.
supporting. Yeah, we need to support like even more juniors. So yeah, we are looking forward to meet you all. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay, so
actually,
hmm,
I want to add something, as a like a message for maybe the prospective students, and
Wonderful.
even for my peers, for you guys, and then for everyone, it's like a piece of thought, because after doing all of these stuff, it's like I think I mentioned it earlier. It's about like experimenting, right? You're experimenting new stuffs, and then things that are unique and things that are like you don't know that whether it will turn out good or bad, but you just end up like doing it, because you find it quite exciting, and you thought you saw the potential. So it's all about experimenting for me, I don't like, trying something that have already been tried and that I know that, it's safe, but I don't like going, following a really safe path and, like do something that is repetitive. But I would rather try something new and something, risky. And then, if I feel, even if I fail, I think it's worth it, because it's something new and it's quite exciting. But after 4 years at Parmi, I got to experiment lots of things, mostly with Media Club, and then with other stuff, I was always also experimenting. And then, but one thing that came to my thought is, like, is it worth it, Because even though like you're experimenting, like you're like using up your time and then your energy, and then you can use that time to commit other stuff, some students like they would commit, to a career, to a job, and then some would commit to, other skills, that are like, quite consistent over the 4 years. But for me, I'm just, jumping around doing different things, different new things, and it's like I'm seeking like excitement, and then it's a kind of like risky behavior. Even though like, yeah, of course, like I learned something as I'm doing it. I think, I think we cannot compare the learning aspects of it, but I'm just thinking about, like, is it worth it? Is it worth experimenting new stuff? Is it worth, taking the risk rather than like committing to something useful for your future? So I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe, I don't know if my, experiments will pay out later or not, I don't know, but that's something that I want all of you guys to think about, Would you rather experiment that kind of new stuff, or would you rather just, commit to something that is useful for you? Yeah, what do you think? What would you do?
I think you are actually like expressing the definitions of what a liberal art student should be like. I think our university want us to experiment in 4 years of our studies yet. We didn't have to declare our like major as soon as we joined the university. We were sort of exploring, and in these 4 years of the university, we have heard that students who thought they're gonna end up in PPE switching back to like SDS majors, and also some of the students they thought they're gonna end up in like one track following like politics tracks or following economic track, but they end up in philosophy, or they end up in one of the SDS subjects, or they're switching to environmental studies. So I think like this the time, from my point of view, like the time in our university will allow us to explore, well, like, and like de-influence ourselves from what we have already seen as success, or what we have already believed as who we are. And here, like, we can expand our horizons and get to know more about ourselves and how we do things. Yeah.
yeah, I also think so. Like we explored a lot, and that's also what we have been saying to like at least me, I have been saying to our juniors that don't be stressed about like your grades or your classes because like uh at least like we are trying to know like we get to know like what our interests are or what our likes are, right? So like even if you are not doing well in a class, maybe it that class must be not suitable for you or that class is not the right one for you. So you can just explore whatever you want, right? Like the university doesn't really like restrict us like, oh, you must take this class for sure, something like that, right? Maybe like at least some mandatory class, except for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like all of the others we can explore. We can explore even outside of our university too. We can attend the like
Also,
GHEA 21
yeah,
classes
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So which means that there are a lot of things for us to explore, just like how Waymo and his team like explore making a magazine, right? So yeah, that's what about I think so. And so like I think like that's put us down to the last questions. Like although like we talk about your 12 issues, which is going to come out soon. So we also would like to know like do you have like any other like new cool projects or like big changes like in the works that we should look out for? Like you can also talk about the magazine too, right? Is there any like big changes that we don't know, except for like coming out 2 issues per month, like any other big changes or like any other new works you are thinking to produce?
Yes, as Media Club, we're still committed to the 12 issues. But, like I said, we're also exploring to add other types of media, except other than, like written pieces, like, like adding like, like videos. It's not like, there's gonna be a video in the issue, but like a link to the video that anyone can watch. And then, some like pieces of like paintings and stuff like that. Actually, we've already featured one painting in issue one. It was from Komosa Brank's piece. And then and yeah, maybe yeah, we'll look into that kind of other content that will be featuring in our future issues. Yeah, that's something that I like to announce here. Yeah, for a feature.
I can see, the video link working completely fine. After all, we are an online university, everybody is familiar with those stuff.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Like, yeah, we're definitely okay with that. Yeah, I'm sure pretty much that okay that the others are okay too because now we are much more advanced. So, like, even my dad knows like how to send the GIF now. So, like,
Ah,
you see, so that's
he's
quite
turning
about.
into a Gen Z.
He is really good at finding the GIF. Like, he can use the correct GIF for correct situation. So, yeah. As you can see, like even like our debt generations have improved so much. So yeah, I hope that you can explore more things and try to bring us like unexpected things. So yeah, we will be looking forward to that for sure.
Actually, in the past 4 years, we had like two like film classes. One is community-based filmmaking, and then
Oh,
the aesthetic class from Professor James Baggio. And then in these classes, we had to make videos, and I'm sure that there are many students like who wants to publish these videos, the
your
films that they
video.
made in these classes, and because because I was in those classes and I had to see lots of really cool projects, and I'm really happy to feature them, if they're willing. So maybe that's like kind of a future open call that we're gonna be making. Myself, I'm also gonna be featuring my final project, for my community-based filmmaking, maybe a next issue, but I don't know, but that's something that I'm looking at. Yeah.
We will be
We're
looking
also looking
forward to
forward to
it.
it. Yeah, it's exactly. Sounds very cool. So yeah, I guess like we have talked a lot today, and I really get to know the magazines and how you get started, and also we get to know about the media club as well. So I think yeah, like we can just say goodbye now for now, right?
Okay, so
Yes,
like yeah, when you can go.
yes, I'm really glad that you guys are doing this kind of podcast. And actually, this is my first time, and I'm quite nervous. And yeah, I'm just quite happy that you guys invited me. So yeah, I wish you all the best. And yeah,
We are also more than happy to have you. Honestly, like we have gained like many knowledges and like the difficulties you had and like how you try to like do a lot of things within a short times and like also like how you have to plan for a long time, but it's really worth the wait, like Kang said. So yeah, thanks for coming on to our show too. So yeah, so that's all for today, I guess. So to the audience who are listening to us till the end too. Thanks a lot for listening and please look forward to our next episode. So that's it for today. Bye
Bye
bye, guys.
bye.
bye bye. Good night.